Well, turns out the internet isn't so kind to people after all, huh? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to talk about three things today. First, I want to cover Helium Network 5G. What's going on with that? And then I'm going to go over 4G, why I think 4G is the answer to Helium and why it needs to adopt that technology even before it moves on to 5G. Third, let's talk about buying miners because at the end of the day, if you guys want to make anything out of this, you kind of need a miner, right? So let's get right into it. As always, if y'all haven't, hit that like button before, like as soon as you hit the page, you can do that now. You can hit subscribe and hit the bell for notification. If you don't think it's worth it yet, that's okay too. Hopefully the information I'm going to give you in this video is worthwhile enough that you both watch it through and like, subscribe, and the whole ordeal, and leave a comment down below. That's always fun too. Now, here's what's going on right now. We know that Helium is all about 5G, that they have FreedomFi coming and all that good stuff. I'm going to take a step back. The reason I'm actually doing this video is because I got a ton of hate when I told you guys about fast miners. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think I do know what I'm talking about. And at the end of this video, I'm going to suck it. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to be like, hey, go check this out. Go make sure you're actually getting something out of it too. Because I get stuff wrong all the time too. But when I share things with you, I'm trying to do my best to do my due diligence to give you the right information. So 5G, Helium 5G, here it is. And I'm sure all of you guys have seen this picture and it's all in the news. It's, what made the price for Helium skyrocket. And it's great. And I think 5G from Helium is a great idea because they're able to deploy different little antennas all over the place in little, households. I think it's a great way to expand the 5G connectivity, and I think it's going to do wonders for internet in general. The Helium token overall, I have nothing against this. I think it's a wonderful idea. If you go to FreedomFi and you click that button, this is what you get. Oh, I can take a look at the waitlist status, and I can click subscribe now. And you get this. We are no longer accepting additional waitlist reservations at this time. What's the point? What's the point, right? You either got in early or you're not getting in at all. They're not even taking people's names down, which is kind of, sad. Here's why I think this is a losing battle, at least right now for Helium. I think that what we really need is mass adoption of this network. And with 5G hotspots, it is very limited when it comes to range. And maybe I wasn't clear enough on my last video when I talked about 4G and 5G with Helium. But in my opinion, what they need to do is to be able to get maximum coverage. Because what's the point of having a network that you can't, move around and you have so, little people using it or making the hotspots available that you can't connect? That's not what we need. We need to have coverage over speed. Speed, absolutely super important. I think that we're going to get there, but we need coverage first. This article from Business Insider is actually really good, and they do a really nice job in a 5-minute video explaining the difference between 4G and 5G and why, they aren't too excited about 5G yet. And this is from 2020, back in October 16th. But it's just a really good visualization of what it looks like. So if you look at this big old ring here, that's, their 4G goes out 10 miles, and 5G, you're talking about 1,000 feet. That's a big difference. The coverage is you can't even compare. It's 3%, 2%, between one and the other. So that's why I keep saying that 4G is the answer that Helium needs for it, to further mass adoption, because it's a couple of things going to happen. People don't have internet fast enough at their homes to broadcast at 5G speeds. 5G ends up being faster than your own internet at home. So maybe you get one person connecting to your 5G and then you're done. What's the point there? With 4G, you get the range and the internet connectivity that you're able to provide other people with. Well, your internet speed can probably handle it. That's kind of a big deal. Now, I told you guys about the COTX miners. Here's what I was talking about. So they have this COTX-X1 and COTX-X3. This unit here is that they're both being used in the EU and China. So the X3 is over in Europe, and for the US, and I'll get into that detail in a second. And this one, the X1, is being used in China and Australia. So the X1, people are using it with 4G already. Those units are 4G enabled. The X3 has basically the same internal components, and that's why I keep saying 4G is something that should be enabled on this guy. Right now, the way that they are talking about it is that you can actually receive 4G connectivity utilizing this device, but to beam out the 4G is basically the same type of setup. And it has all the features that it needs to do that. I'm not saying it's going to be able to do it right now. And I'm not even saying that Helium is approving this right now, but it's a big stinking deal. And people need to understand that I'm not ever looking for a product for here and now. I'm always trying to see what's it going to be like long term. Because I want to, I want to make sure that I'm investing in things that are going to be worthwhile long term. And the way that this unit is set up, the way that this thing is set, I think, in my opinion, is a game changer because it's got the capability of doing so much more than what they're enabling it for right now. Oh, yeah, FCC approval. You can't sell this without FCC approval. So take a look at this. Here's what I want to show you. This is the HIP19 application for Helium. And yes, if you look at line 14, you're going to see that COTX Networks does not have the FCC approval. It says FCC pending, not approved for sales in USA. I also want you all to realize that this document at the very top will say weekly status, August 16th, 2021. Next update, Monday, August 23rd, before 2 p.m. So a lot can happen in a week. And I told you this was going to change. And again, this is one of those things that I can admit to being wrong. I was wrong. It did not update last Monday because the FCC approval didn't come in time. It came in on the 16th, but it didn't come in time for this thing to actually go live. So it will go live here this next Monday. I mean, if people are doing their jobs and actually look up the stuff, but because they submitted all the files. So this is the manual. They have all of these things already in here, like all the details. It's Bluetooth enabled. You can scan a QR code. You can, do all these things right on your phone. If you go to choose your hotspot inside of the Helium network, it gets you all going here via Bluetooth. Like, it's a good little unit and really easy to set up. They have all the tests that are required. They have everything. Like, you can look this up on the FCC website and find it yourself. It's what I did. It's what I always do when I'm trying to find information in regards to the way, these things are set up, the way it works. That's why I can tell you that I've seen the internal pictures of the unit and I know what chips are in there because I actually looked it up. But this is the most important document. Grant of equipment authorization. This is it. It's approved. And you see that? Look at that. Date 8/16/2021. And if we go back to the document I was showing you, 8/16/2021. It just didn't come out in time for them to put it on the document, but it's live. FCC approved it. It's good to go. So you're going to see this update and people are going to be fighting hand over fist to be able to get one of these units now. That's how it works, guys. I want to get you information early, and I'm doing the research that I have to be able to get you that info. I'm doing everything that I can to be able to provide you value, right? So if you look over here, fastminers.io, they are not up for sale right now. They have, quantity of 0 for the US. I guarantee you, as soon as it hits, the announcement hits, these units are going to be on here and they're going to be flying off the shelf. It's just a matter of, a time. And, today is Sunday. So tomorrow you're going to be able to see these. If you want something for free or discount, use your code that I told you guys about, codes action. Just put action during your checkout. You're going to be able to save a little bit of money on your checkout process. This is not endorsing them. I'm just telling you that I wasn't making crap up last time I put up a video. I actually know what I'm talking about. I did my research. I did my due diligence, and I'm going to keep doing that to make sure you guys are, I guess, winning, getting information before everybody else, because I don't know anybody else that would cover this information the way that I'm doing it. And if you do, you should totally follow them because they're doing something right. And you should share the link here so I can follow them too. I'm not the only source of information. I don't think I'll ever be the only source of information. I can't keep up with everything that's going on. So if there's other people doing some of this stuff, hey, happy day. I want to make sure I'm listening to them too. But I want to give you value. I want to provide you value. I want to provide you with things that are going to help you increase your crypto portfolio at the end of the day, because that is, to me, is really important. Yeah, great. I tell you guys about, tokens that, double, triple, quadruple in price. That's fantastic. But There's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? Just because you can earn income by investing into different coins doesn't mean that you shouldn't be mining. And mining is something I've done over the last 10 years. And I'm really happy I got into the game early. The earlier you're able to get into things, the more profitable it becomes. So that's my little piece of advice there. Another one is that if you hit that like button, it makes me smile because that's why the videos keep going. That's why the channel keeps growing in size and reaching more people. The audiences that it reaches is really dependent on you all watching the video for its entirety. Like the longer you watch the video, the better. Commenting helps a ton with the channel, and trying to make that YouTube algorithm happy with us. So if you haven't joined the Discord yet and you got questions, hop on over there. Always, good conversation, awesome people hanging out in the Discord. No, it's not paid. You don't got to pay to get on the Discord. Just go on there and say hello. Would love to have you over there. And let's try to do some more giveaways. Like that's the next goal. I want to get you guys some free stuff. And anytime I'm talking to any company, it's always like, so yeah, great coupon code for my people so they can get money off. What can I give them? What can I, give these guys to incentivize them to hear about your company, because I'm getting what I want out of this. Like I want you all to be able to get information. I want you all to watch these videos to hopefully be slightly entertained by the lame dad jokes that come across half of the time here. But it's what I'm doing. It's for you all, doing my best. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I love hearing from you all in the comments below, in the Discord, anywhere you want to connect with me. It's always good to understand that I'm not simply talking to a camera, and there's real people on the other side listening and watching. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for me personally. It's been a wild ride, and I think it's going to continue to go that way, and only better, bigger, faster, stronger. That's Kanye. Never mind. Let's just end it here. Otherwise, I'm just going to say stuff I shouldn't say. See y'all.